Welcome back to the Sports Zone here on AM 1380 WTYM and Family Life TV, brought to you in part by Walker Motor Company in downtown Katanning. GMC, we are professional grade. And as promised, on the phone, we have Steelers safety Will Allen on the phone. Will, thank you so much for joining us tonight. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How you guys doing?
Never better. Thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations on the win. Let's jump right into this. What was the attitude of the defense last night going into overtime against the Chiefs? You know, you guys thought you had them in regulation. They pull off that big 4th and 15 play, and they end up kicking a field goal at the end of regulation. And you go into overtime, and then Lawrence Simmons comes up with a big interception at the end. What was the mentality going into overtime there, where you guys it got tied up at the end there? But what was the mentality going into overtime? What did you guys tell each other to get each other psyched up a little bit?
We just knew we had to get a stop. And that was the most important thing, getting a stop, keeping them from scoring a touchdown. We were very disappointed that we gave up the 4th and 15, but, that's what happens in games, Those guys made a play, and it was tough. It was very tough, but, we hung in there, and, we were like, we need to stop, and we have been stopping them all half, really. The first quarter and a half, we were playing a little. They got on us a little bit, and after that, we kind of slowed them down. But we just knew we needed to stop, and we needed somebody to come up with a big play. And they had ran that play several times in the game. So, I think it's just a matter of, repetition and, guys seeing what was happening, and, Lawrence came up with a big play.
Absolutely, and that's what it came down to, and you guys were able to pull out the victory. There are no gimmies in the NFL, so you gotta appreciate every win you can get. Now, obviously, the big story of the game, other than the final score, was the injury to Ben Roethlisberger, and some details are leaking out about what's going on. Some people still aren't sure what's going on. What did you guys do as a team whenever, you got your offensive captain going down, and I know you're on the defensive side of the ball, but what did you guys do as a team whenever you see a big player as Ben Roethlisberger go into the locker room? What do you guys just say, let's stay the course, next man up, or do you guys address something differently?
Honestly, I don't think a lot of people even knew what was happening. I mean, I didn't even know, and because he stayed the whole first half. So I think, after he got injured, he kept playing. That's how Ben works. When he gets injured, he'll still try to play as long as he can, and that's what he did. He's very resilient. He's tough. I think he's the toughest quarterback in the league.
Oh yeah, he's definitely gotten that reputation.
So like I said, nobody knew what happened. I didn't know, what happened, and when we saw Byron, I said, well, what is Byron doing out there? Not in a negative way, but I didn't know he got hurt, and it's like being hurt his shoulder. I was like, oh, okay, let's go. We got to win this game. Defense, we got to come up with a stop. So,
and that's exactly what you guys did. Now, Byron, he made some throws. He was 7 for 14 for 73 yards. Nothing that's going to knock your socks off. But he goes in there and he hasn't started a game since 2009, so I'm sure there was some rust on there. But he is a seasoned quarterback. He has been in the league for a long time. What is the confidence level with Byron stepping in there? What kind of confidence level do you guys have in him?
Well, we're very confident, because he's been proven. He was a former first-round draft pick. He's still in the league, and we see him operate every day in practice. We see him operate in preseason, and some of the throws he makes and things he can do for us, man, is it's going to be good, and I'm very confident in him. We're all confident in him, and we want to see him be great. We want to see him do great things.
And it looks like he's gonna have that opportunity against Baltimore next week, because from what everyone is hearing, Ben might not be able to go next week or the weeks after that. Now let's go ahead and move on to the defense, because that's where you're playing right now. You guys are back to number 1 in total defense, only giving up about 265 yards. A lot of people, it's the same old stuff, saying the Steelers defense at the beginning of the season, saying they're old, they're slow, they're getting too banged up, and now you guys are back where you're used to being at the top of the pack. Was it a matter of just gelling together because you had to step in week 6 to get your first start for Troy, or was it just like a slow start, or what helped you guys turn the corner to get back to where you're used to being?
I just think we just decided to say, hey, we got some things we need to do, some games we're trying to win, and in the defense we have to take ownership and responsibility. for what we for our actions, and we weren't doing that early on. We point out our fingers, guys not executing. It wasn't that we're old. It's just that we have to be more on the details. You have to be more on the details. You have to be more, sound in the defense. And we weren't doing that. We start practicing harder, start focusing more. I think the coaches start focusing more and being more detailed. And here we are, now, due to our execution and paying attention to detail and our urgency, we're number one in total defense, number one in pass defense.
And yeah, and that's where you guys are used to being, and it seems like it's that urgency and that saying, hey, wait, this isn't we're not playing our style of football. You start getting back into the swing of things, and things are looking up so far for the defense. Now let's talk about you personally. You had to step in, and for all intents and purposes, you're replacing Troy Polamalu in the defensive backfield there. Two-part question: how has he helped you, or has he helped you, and what did it feel like knowing that you were stepping in for a guy that's been, I would say, the face of the defense for so long?
Well, he's helped me in many ways. During the game, I watch how he plays as well. His instincts and things plays he tries to make. But that's how he's helped me. He even helps me during the games now. If I see something, he'll give me a heads up. If he sees something, he'll give me some insight. And but it wasn't any pressure on me, stepping in for him. I understand I'm not Troy. Troy is a phenomenal player. He's probably one of the best safeties to ever play the game, arguably. And like you said, he's been the face of the defensive franchise for so long. So, it's hard to replace him. I mean, you can't replace him. So I just went in the game thinking, like, hey, I just got to give it my best. I have to do my best. I have to bring some energy to this team and make plays like I know how, and not think twice about anything. And that type of mentality has been helping me, and along with Troy's encouragement, the coach's encouragement, we've been playing pretty good.
And absolutely, you yourself and the defense as a whole have been playing fantastic for the past few weeks. Another big blow to the defense potentially last night. Ryan Clark supposedly suffered another concussion. That's 2 within a 3-game span there. Have you heard anything about Ryan Clark? Or is he going to be? You think he's going to give it a go? And if he does not play next week or even the week after, how big of a loss is that to the defense? It's already a little bit nicked up.
You hate to see Troy out, and you hate to see Ryan and Troy out. Those guys bring something different to the table. They bring something more than what I bring. They bring something more than Ryan Mundy brings. Like they've been playing together for so long. They're great veterans. They bring a lot of energy to the game, and they play with a great tenacity. But Ryan Mundy and I have been playing together for a while, and we know how to play together, and it's going to be pretty fun playing with him as well. It's just tough to see your two star safeties, 2 Pro Bowl safeties go down.
And that's tough for any defense to withhold. But if there was a defense that could handle it, I have a feeling it would be the Pittsburgh defense. We're talking to Steelers safety Will Allen here on the Sports Zone, AM 1380 WTYM and Family Light TV. Now, this is probably the biggest game of the year coming up next Sunday, Will. You got the Ravens. Now, you've been around for a few years in this Steelers franchise. Is there a different atmosphere whenever you're going to play the Ravens or the Ravens are coming into town? Is there a different feeling, or is it just, business as usual? And what is normally the train of thought whenever you're playing Baltimore? Is it we just got to out-physical them, or is it different from game to game whenever you play them?
It's definitely a game to get hyped up for, but it is business as usual. It's not the Super Bowl yet, it's not the playoffs yet, but it's a game on the road to that. So, we have to win, we have to beat them, and that's how we look at it. We have to. They're opponent on that long list of 16, and we got to take them out. And that's how we feel about it, and that's how they feel about us. There's no secret about it. But it's always a good game. It's always a tough matchup. It's always very physical. And that's how we got to be ready to play. We got to be ready to play like that. And, we got this week was extremely physical with Kansas City. So I can imagine the game being the same way. It's not even more intensified when it comes to the physicality of the game against Baltimore.
Now, Will, how do you feel about playing them 2 times in 3 weeks? Now, that seems like the NFL is just, torturing you there. Go play Baltimore, and then you just beat yourself up, and then take a week off, and then play them again. How do you feel about playing them in that short period of time?
That's the way the schedule's been dealt, and it's something we got to deal with. It's something we got to handle. It's something that we have to be ready for, and it's a challenge. It is. There's no lie. It's a challenge, but who's not up for challenging it? Challenges in this league usually aren't successful. So we got to be up for the challenge and be ready and prepared for it.
Yeah, and I think that the team so far, you guys are primed and do that. You guys are on a pretty nice streak right now. Baltimore doesn't look the same as if they did at the beginning of the season. They're dealing with injuries just as much as anybody else is, so it's definitely going to be one of those black and blue matchups. So it'll be interesting to watch. Let's shift gears a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about your foundation, because I really wanted to hit on that. You created it, I believe, in May of 2008. Can you go ahead and just tell our listeners and viewers a little bit what the foundation is all about and what made you want to create this foundation?
Well, the foundation is a Will Allen Foundation, but we have some. We have different type of outreaches that we have, and one of them is a after-school program that I started. And really, what it does is, the whole premise of the foundation is to help people, inspire communities, and help people within the communities become better, provide them with tools and resources that may not be familiar with. To help them be more competent in the future. So we do that in the after-school program with kids, and we help the kids be more aware when it comes to their academics, ACT and SAT preparation. Just help them with the ins and outs of it. We bring tutors in. We bring admissions administrators in, and we bring all different types of people in to help them academically at a young age. So when they're juniors and seniors, they can be ready. They can know what the cars are going to look like. So they can almost like a cheat sheet. We help them with how to do proper cover letter and resumes, proper business etiquette. We teach them about taxes, loans, credit, how to write a proper check. Teach them about stocks and bonds, mutual funds, everything that you can think of. That's going to help them prepare for their futures, that you usually don't learn as a high schooler. We teach them how to public speak. We teach them about bullying, and we teach them about all different aspects of life, and bring it to their attention and make it real for them. We also talk about sciences and their own personal health and technology, and the purposes of that, and what the future is going to look like, just to open their eyes and to different professions that they can attain or seek after. So it's a holistic type of approach that we have, and have a lot of fun doing it. We make the kids go through community service as well, and they enjoy that. One thing the community service are doing now at North Hills High School in Pittsburgh is that they're doing a national hunger awareness campaign. And this is a real deal, and they're setting it up themselves. They're getting in their groups, and they're formulating plans and ideas, and helping their school to get involved in that, North Hills High School. So we bring the opportunity to them. They make the initiatives and make the proper adjustments, and it's really inspiring for me to see them, want to attack this and tackle this for themselves, and they're learning how to build together every day, and it's just awesome. And we're in Dayton, Ohio as well at my high school, at Wayne High School. That's my alma mater, and we Skype every other week, and the kids get to interact and get to learn from each other, and it's awesome. It's very awesome. And my plan and my goal and my hope and my wish is to give a deserving kid a full ride scholarship someday, and that's why we do fundraising, and that's why we try to help the kids out as much as we can when it comes to their academics post high school.
That sounds absolutely fantastic. That is so much. There's so much going on in that foundation, and there's so many different avenues and so many different opportunities, and it operates like you said in your home state and the greater Pittsburgh area around here. And I think that more people need to get involved in that. That's www.willallenfoundation.com. You're opening up so many different avenues and being able to, I think, keep kids from getting into the wrong stuff. Would that be a primary objective? Obviously, it'd be a primary objective, but how?
I mean, that's more, that's more auxiliary. We want kids. We definitely talk about their behavior, warning signs, and staying away from trouble, the proper decision making. What to do in situations. Who to go to in tough situations, adverse situations, peer pressure situations. We talk about all that. But, I really want to help kids to be more prepared for their futures. That's the thing. Giving them tools and resources to be more prepared for what's to come. And, the sooner the better, the more equipped they are, the more competent they are. So that's the basic premise of it.
And that's a great premise. We're talking to Steelers safety Will Allen here on the Sports Zone, AM 1380 and Family Life TV. Now, I hear you have something going on currently in the foundation or associated with the foundation that's raising money, and I believe people still have a little bit of time to get involved in that. You want to talk a little bit about that raffle?
Yes, we're doing a raffle for the upcoming game on Sunday night, Steelers versus Ravens. And it's a raffle to get two tickets to the game, sideline passes, and a meet and greet with me, and it's only $2.
Yeah.
Go to netraffle.org and sign up for it, getting a free raffle. Tomorrow's the last day, so it's counting down. Like the time is counting down. So you got to go out there and try to help out the foundation, but also get a chance to go to a coveted game. A lot of people like to get on their bucket list to make it to a primetime matchup against the Steelers and the Ravens, especially in Pittsburgh. So, it's all for the kids. It's all to help them in their future and help them to become better individuals.
Yeah, and there's a link to that raffle on www.willallenfoundation.com. Just in case you didn't hear the actual site for you, you can go to the foundation webpage. There's a link right there to get involved. And like you said, it's a win-win because all the proceeds go to a fantastic cause. And either way, it's a winning situation whether you win or lose.
Absolutely, and again, that website is netraffle.org, or you can go to my website, or you can check it out on Twitter because I post tweets all the time about it. My Twitter is Will Allen WAF. So it's a lot of information out there concerning the raffle and concerning what we do as a foundation.
And you can be sure that those links will be posted all over the WTYM site, the Family Life site, and as well as the show's Facebook and Twitter page. We're talking to Steelers safety Will Allen. Will, thank you so much for joining us on the Sports Zone tonight. And I just want to say that I truly appreciate and I really respect what you're doing in your foundation. And I wish you all the best and good luck against Baltimore next week.
Man, I thank you for having me. Thanks for listening. I appreciate what you do as well.
Thank you very much, and maybe we'll have you back sometime soon to talk about what's going on in the foundation.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, thank you very much. All right, I got to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to